What is a popular present that is often gifted on occasions such as weddings, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, or someone's birthday? Right, flowers. No matter what the occasion, gifting someone flowers is a common way of showing affection. But have you ever thought of the environmental impact these cut flowers can have? Besides problems such as excessive water usage, pollution through pesticides, and land degradation, the biggest issue within floriculture is the carbon emission from greenhouses and their transportation. The majority of flowers bought at a local supermarket or florist are imported. The most popular cut flowers are roses, orchids, and carnations, whose biggest producers are the Netherlands, Colombia, and Kenya. Due to their short shelf life of around 7 days, time becomes crucial in their transportation process. The ideal is to get a flower from the field to the vase within only 3 to 5 days. For every extra day spent traveling, a flower can lose 15% of its value. This is why producers will ship them via refrigerated airplanes to ensure their flowers will reach their destination as quickly and smoothly as possible. In 2018, Valentine's Day flowers, grown in Colombia and flown into the United States, produced 360,000 metric tons of CO2. To put that into perspective, that's equivalent to 78,000 cars being driven for a year. And that is just the flowers from one producer in one country. While those are huge emissions for the transport itself, it is also important to remember that an increased distance of travel does not necessarily correlate with an increased total emissions. For example, while more carbon is emitted in the transportation of flowers from Kenya, there is an even higher carbon cost associated with the production phase of flowers grown in the Netherlands. This is because the weather in the Netherlands can be more cloudy and dull, which is why they resort to greenhouses that require a lot of energy inputs and are heated with fossil fuels such as natural gas. Another factor in a cut flower's carbon cost is the packaging. From the cardboard that they're transported in, to the green floral foam that they're often arranged in, down to the single-use plastic sleeve that they get wrapped in. Producing just 1 kilogram of plastic emits between 2 and 3.5 kilograms of CO2, and traditional floristry produces up to 100,000 tons of plastic waste each year. So how much is the total carbon emission for a flower? Considering all these factors from production to transportation down to the packaging, the carbon emission for a single cut flower can be as high as 3 kilograms of CO2. The biggest portion of that is attributed to their production in greenhouses. This means that a flower grown without the use of greenhouses can have a lower carbon cost. The production process itself makes for a total of 2.7 kilograms of CO2 in northern countries that use greenhouses, compared to only 0.025 kilograms of CO2 in equator countries that don't use greenhouses. Without the use of greenhouses, a single flower can have a carbon emission of around 0.5 kilograms of CO2, which is less, but still a lot. So, for just one bouquet of flowers that on average has 10 flower stems, it will have a carbon emission of anywhere between 5 to 30 kilograms of CO2. So next time you want to gift someone flowers, you might want to think about whether this is really worth it just for the flowers to be thrown out a week later.